as well. So what is their strategy coming into Erangel, considering that Team Secret has been dominating this map so far?
I would say Nat is one of the teams that you look out to because they got the chicken dinner out of a Wrangle map. Even though Secret was doing so well, but Nat the one who actually got the chicken dinner. I don't know is it by luck or skills, but I'm sure it's a combination of both.
Yeah, I'm sure there must be an element of skill. Plus, we must remember that Nat was actually one of the teams, was actually the team who topped the qualifiers for Malaysia. So that's a signal there.
Gotta give respect when respect is due. But let's look at the fight path here. Looks like it's pretty neutral overall, slanting very much cross halfway at the map, allowing pretty much to get everywhere. The furthest is from Morsk and Quarry, but I don't think a lot of teams prioritize that.
Well, this is I have a feeling the circle ended up a little bit down the south. Please make it hard for the players.
Military base, military base.
Then it will be a big win for Bigetron because that's where they will be dropping usually, and especially Nova Noya is quite an okay spot for them to loot onto.
Yeah, if we've seen Bigetron do this before. They drop down into Nova. If the circle is really unfortunate and goes to the north side, they easily get across. But I'm kind of hoping it plays on their side of the map only because, like, Military Base has some of the best loot that you can potentially get for your team, and you can essentially get on top of buildings and gatekeep wherever you need to be. But it looks like the circle is going towards a little bit more to the west side, still pretty neutral overall. However, that big chasm there of river, it might pose an issue for the later phases. Sir Claude?
Yeah, I personally like school a lot. So looking at this circle,
like
I
school?
do. Yeah, I like going to school.
What a
Yeah, I'm a good student.
What a nerd!
Oh, come
Yeah,
on.
you're a nerd.
Don't worry, I was also a nerd.
Yeah, fist bump.
I'm not a nerd. Don't make me into this conversation. But yeah, we're jumping back just now. Team NoRecoil. Well, should I say all secret team? Okay, you guys
Team
are
NoRecoil. Team
okay, they're
NoRecoil.
boycotting me. I'm not a nerd here, but still, Team NoRecoil. They are segregating. They are playing.
Oh.
Maybe they lost one man.
they lost Stewart there.
What really happened?
I'm not entirely sure here, but we'll find out. Hopefully, the highlights did catch that out, so we can pick back up where we left off here. But we can see again, Pochinki start coming in from Team Secret. They're gonna be pretty much uncontested for the most part.
Yeah, so I guess this is where everyone goes, like what you said earlier, like, okay, that's Team Secret's place. They know this place like the back of their hand. Let's not challenge them in their home ground. So, okay, I'll just stay away from there for now.
I do hope one team will challenge them eventually. I really want to see if they can actually take down Team Secret from Pochinki, because that means it's it's a psychological war when you think you can actually hold that compound, and suddenly another team just shows that can actually trump you over that. They're actually going to affect them throughout the whole season if that really happens.
Oh, man. Well, there's plenty of time for teams to, change their minds, or at the very least understand habits or patterns.
Divinity!
Just right in the face. Oh, that's an early drop there by Vex, ladies and gentlemen. So now he has one hostage just right in front of him, but no hostages will be taken. He will take that kill for himself.
Oh, what a great shot there. Instantly putting it down. No helmet, so unfortunately, he just drops down dead.
Yeah, no jokeable. One of the hottest spot for them to drop, just to have to make sure that sharing this compound is not great for Divinity. Well, we talked about this before. It's always Divinity, Rose, Syndicate, and there's one more is Tara. But Tara did well last round.
And surprisingly, Impunity was just at the right place at the right time. They heard it come. He hops over the wall, and unfortunately, Divinity didn't pick up on it, gets punished for it, and now Impunity control the area.
Absolutely, they have the area all to themselves. Whoever that drives past by, that's what's going to happen. So that's a warning for all the teams out there. We do see that they have this entire area for themselves. Now moving over to Net, the chicken dinner winners for this map earlier today. Wow. They have this whole compound to themselves at the same time. That's very good.
They're actually sharing a little bit south here in the small island of military base. They are sharing just next to Bigetron, which they are respecting each other's territory. They haven't bumped into each other any time, like in the first map as well.
I think when they dropped, they saw, I'm pretty sure they saw Bigetron dropping into Nova, and based on patterns, they're like, okay, we know they're going into Nova, we can very clearly see them below us. So now you have to make an adaptation. Either you go into Malta or you push down all the way into military base. And considering you didn't see anybody there, military base has some pretty good loot.
Yeah, and that's the second time I saw Voki actually bumping into a tree. Now moving on to Bigetron.
You didn't miss that, did you?
Yeah, I'm gonna miss that. I want to see more of that. So moving on to Bigetron, looks like you mentioned, they have their own compound themselves, not uncontested at this point. So it's gonna be looting happy for them.
Yeah, places people don't want to actually just reach is just nowhere Pochinki for now. The same goes for military base, but Rozhok on the other hand, though. Oh well, it still Axis Esports for now, but how long can they hold this in? Because we know everybody gonna rotate into Rozhok by the end of the day.
I noticed RSG has this unique playstyle where they like to go from area to area. They don't really stay in one location too much, and they like to go like those clear areas. They like to take a little bit of risk being in the open area at the same time. So that's a little bit unique that I noticed for them.
I think what's, some of the benefits of that is that you're not restricted by the circle. So wherever the circle is going to be, they're going to be there as well. The question is, what are the other teams doing? And I think, RSG is kind of poking around the circle jello until it finds a weak spot before completely puncturing through and starting to control the last couple of areas during the phases.
Oh well, the thing is, as long as they don't bump into another team,
Or a tree.
like Bapak, for example, that's what happened last game.
Evil, I saw
But
what
the
you
thing
did there.
is, they are walking into Pochinki. Feisty. Will they actually take up the challenge? There's another team nearby as well. It's NoRecoil. So everybody just actually rotating around Pochinki. Interesting.
Unfortunately, there's not going to be like any loot there, considering that Team Secret has already pretty much taken the best stuff out of there. and
Yeah, it's
walked.
their first dropping point. Yeah,
Yeah.
like they're the first one there.
Well, scraps it is.
Mesa now being the
That's
scout.
That
well,
sounds
too
so
bad.
sad.
It is. It really is sad, as you were saying, Sir Claude.
And now Maisel now just right alone here. He's being the scout here. He just wants to hear out what's ever happening across the wall here. At the same time, we do see here Anga at the top of this building. Oh, looks like shots being fired there, ladies and gentlemen. He got his eyes on the Iron Bro. Iron Bro needs to get away. This vehicle needs to protect him as much as possible.
That's
And
a
Iron Bro
lot
looks
of-
like
So much smoke, but isn't able to finally break the vehicle.
Sounds like a really angry sprayer that change your car and reload and keep on spraying. Spray and pray, like you say, Cloud.
spray and play.
But that didn't work with the red dot now.
He needs
Yeah.
to pray a bit more.
I think what's really good about this is like, all right, you lose one vehicle, but the way RSG plays is that they have four vehicles. So you know what? I'll pass it over. It's a-okay.
Yeah, that's true. And UAZ is quite tanky at this point.
And talking about vehicle, Voki took some hits as well for himself, and looks like he's leaving the vehicle, going on foot.
Why not? Sometimes a good exercise can always give more oxygenation to your brain. Yeah, we
more-
need that sometimes.
More importantly, picking up supplies and getting ready for that boost towards the later stages of the game. Oh, wait, hold up. We're going back to Dingoz, who are looking over at Divinity. He's getting a couple of good shots. He has knocked him down.
Not yet, not yet. Still survive there. Hold your horses, guys. Hold your horses. We see Nook now is going to try and take another angle here. Slowly but surely trying to find that right moment. He knows that there's still at least one more there.
You know that the first phase of the game, if you're not being wiped out entirely, they're just testing out the other teams and making sure that, hey, I'm here to respect my territory, but they don't really want to engage. It's like baiting them out, you know.
Yeah.
You see how they just spray and they just run away.
I think there's also the consideration of if you decide to go chase after this guy, what kind of a position am I putting myself in? Because you might get eventually flanked. Like we've seen time and time again where like 3 teams are in this stalemate. If anybody decides to chase the other collapses on, and in
Nobody
the end,
wins.
Yeah, well, except for the last team.
Yeah, it's like this triangle relationship,
Oh
right?
my
It's
God,
like,
look
oh,
at-
so complicated. And oh, look
Oh
at that.
no,
The drop.
just around the farm, they entering the zone. That was ridiculously populated.
Oh, bumper cars there.
That happens a lot.
They're having a lot of fun.
We're having fun too.
Of course.
Oh, look at this thing goes. So, what did you say? Of course, like being forced, you know?
like we,
Of course. You noticed that, right?
I'm not gonna say much. I'm not gonna go into the
What the
social.
heck was that?
I'm not gonna go into the social antiques of it, but there is the comedic timing of it. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay, but Traitor, they have been quiet this game. They're playing super safe. It's not like them at all.
Yeah, this is so different. Looks like they're trying to like try something different in this map. just keeping themselves in the building, not making those unnecessary moves. We are still at 16 teams. You don't want to drop your team at this moment.
I think they're looking to like pick up kill because it's already past the phase where you can, get those sneaky kills with people who are either unlooted or so happen to be walking by and they don't have a lot of body armor or even a helmet, so you can take advantage of that. But looking at them now, they're pretty well looted. Most people have the level 2 body armor, level 3 helmets. It's looking pretty good for them, so they can hold out.
You know what? The sentence he's trying to phrase up is that go and fight, guys. Please give me something. Like, I want to see something. Just go and fight. That's what he's trying to say for Gideon.
I just become a toxically masculine caster. Just be like, go and fight.
Oh, but talking about
blood.
fight, looks like you got your fight here, Kevin. Now taking some shots there. Immediately uses the energy drink. They do know that Team Secret is just across the hill there. They sort of know their presence there, but no big engagement at the moment.
Wait a minute. BB actually has a pretty decent angle. He can get a couple of shots here. Oh, Montoy, he's in an even better position. He's going to slowly sneak up on them. Don't put too much pressure, just enough. He throws the initial grenade, and now everyone has to start making a move. He's tossing all the grenades down to create a line of fire. They have to scurry backwards. They're retreating, and look at Eye Shots as he's going around to the right side on the vehicle to get an even better angle. This is so smart.
Oh man, just look at Matoy, what he did. He just brought New Year all over again. And we do see here Zully tries to throw back some grenades, but looks like they decide to get away to a safer position. Eye shots with those shots, but nothing connects at this moment.
Yeah, trying to pin them down a little bit too late with the Dacia, one of the fastest car there is. Oh, almost got the car blown up as well. I think they really need to change cars now. And Aisha's really going for it. Look at that. They are chasing the teams from Bigetron. Do they know that's actually Bigetron though?
I doubt that they know, but luckily for Bigetron, they do have a play. They position themselves in the lower ground. However, that little hill gave them a little bit of opportunity to kind of like play around with the peeking. Montoy comes in with the grenades. Okay, this is a bad idea. Get into the vehicles. We're going to fall back into the structures. And now this is going to be a long range battle because now Team Secret don't have too many options to hard engage and find some really good flank angles onto Bigetron now.
Yeah, that's true. And one more thing, just now I saw Team MV, but look at that spray from Yuhai. He is really high for
He got him. What?
Mato, I managed to clip somebody with a mini 14 and then, oh, that's a return damage there.
Oh, Yuhai there. It's in a little bit of a trouble there. Biu looks like he's going in for it. Biu. Wow, okay, let's see what he can do here. So he goes into the building. Is he able to check out someone? Nope. Okay, oh man. This is just smokes everywhere. No! And looks like Eye Shots got shot instead from the top to the bottom. And immediately he uses the first aid kit. How long can he last here? His team members are all around. And they go down one by one there, ladies and gentlemen. Eye Shots went down at that last moment. Biu as well. Taken down by Naeem. Like this on Eye Shots. Yuhai goes down as well. And Yuhai will be sent back to the lobby. Left Matoy all alone to fend for himself.
Oh my goodness, this is so good for Bigetron because now they have a really good opportunity of actually passing both Team Secret as well as Bapak. Now they're hoping that Bapak gets knocked out a little bit earlier and then they can rack up those points.
That's true, and Bigetron, that was a big flush, but coming in at V, I just spoke about them. And will he manage to run away from Matai? They don't want to place themselves at the last position here. We still have 16 teams intact. If Secret is the first one to out, that's going to affect their standing tremendously.
Oh, definitely not going to look good for their confidence if that happens, definitely. So Matoy will need to hold this on as long as possible. So we do see here FB Afat. He does sense out someone over the horizon and just warning shots being shot here and there.
Looks like the spider senses are tingling here. Bigetron still aren't out of the waters just yet, but they should have been able to resupply from the loot that they could have gotten for the dead bodies of Team Secret. However, FV has completely is trying to deny them as much as they can, and that they might be unconsciously doing it, but at the very least, it's going to put a lot of pressure onto Bigetron.
Yeah, that's true, but Bigetron, they are doing well in holding Fortress. We are talking about really experienced players here, while FV, they're trying to charge in, but look at that. They are trying to cover every single angle they can. Resurgence is taking down another team for HQ all at the same time.
Ooh, that was a really good
Check out
gang.
this small boy. Looks like he tries to take down one by one. He needs to protect his team member. We have Y2K down right now. Iron Pro is not in this fight together with his team because he went down earlier. And is it H2O? Oh, now the utilities goes out.
Oh, the
And-
smart's been
oh.
popped. Is it enough? That's the question. We're talking about one whole team of Resurgence trying to bang them out with H2O. And look at that, Bapak is also engaging against Tone Wow Esports. What happened? We are not entering the phase 4 yet. It was quiet before, but suddenly everybody just have to migrate into the safe zone and just bomb into each other very soon.
I think RSG and H2O both kind of traded back and forth. They got a couple of knockdowns. However, they threw the smokes down the utility and they got the reset. Everyone is back up. However, Iron Pro did go down. So again, it's looking pretty grim for either one of these teams. I don't think anybody is going to be a winner at the end of it.
And looks like Voki together with his teammates will need to bail out of this. Voki looks like he's trying to run this. He does not have much to heal himself. He'll need to get out of this.
He doesn't
very,
even
very
have
quickly.
anything.
Julius
Oh, no.
managed to
Come on,
get
come on,
his
come on, come on.
radius.
That's not gonna work.
Just
That's
one.
not
Oh!
Wait a minute.
He still
Yes,
has one
it-
more teammate to actually revive him, but can he make it? It's out in the open. You don't even have any tiny grass to actually hide from.
Oh, look at here. Pengo is picking up his teammate. He might be able to save him in time, but unfortunately, the next supply drop is in the middle of the water. Not exactly too great, but it has a suppressor.
I have a feeling they're purposely dropping out in the water so the players can take it. It's like they just, you know.
You know, they should name, if that's the case, they should rename the suppressor to an oppressor because that is just cruel.
Oh, the pun's coming out here, ladies and gentlemen.
That's not a pun, it's just a play on words. There's a difference there.
Okay, all right.
Okay, that works
Quality
too.
content.
So back into ruins now. Team number 14, which is Dingoz, trying to fight against Net, who won themselves a chicken dinner for the last game. Matoy, the only sole survivor. He has to wait it out.
Oh, but how long will he survive there?
Oh, this
Only-
is risky.
1v1.
If he is out now, he will be the last team, and that's gonna affect them, pull them down throughout the standings.
Definitely. Good thing he managed to get away there. Now he's just playing by the edge of the circle. He needs to find somewhere to heal up and reset himself and just stay away from all the action. Placement is what Matoy needs to do at this point.
He's quickly going to boost himself up. He knows this. He should be able to make it through, but again, heals not going to be coming into effect not until he gets out of the circle and finds a safer position. However, he
Oh,
will be passing by two other members. Hopefully, they don't notice him and let him live this time.
But the motorcycle's a bit loud for people not to notice you, and he has to heal. And
Oh!
oh, that's a super long range. Oh my goodness me, Bango, that's just nasty.
How did he spot him from there?
Where did that come
my
from?
Goodness. I think he heard the shots from early, so he had a general direction of where to look.
Yeah, that's true. If you're exposing your fire spray too much, people just kind of figure out where you're actually standing and to pinpoint you at the same time. But Matsai, where will he go? So many teams gatekeeping the edge of a circle is not really great. He has to actually circulate the circle and get into a safest zone here.
Yeah.
Though the advantage of having a motorbike, it's fast, so you can actually speed through teams, hoping, fingers
But
crossing
then-
that no one's a sharpshooter there.
Imagine if you drop off from a cliff.
Oh,
Well, just-
he's
yeah.
going swimming there, ladies and gentlemen. Matoy in the sea, in the water,
Under
chooses
the
to
sea.
cool off himself. It's been a little bit of a hard drive for him.
Under the sea.
I think what
Under the sea.
I think what we have to really appreciate here is what Manto is doing because, again, he is trying to avoid attention. And not to mention, he's very aware of where certain teams are, especially where they drop from. So knowing that the north side is relatively safe and expecting one or two teams who have migrated down south, he's actually in a really good position. Like, look
Yep.
at Mantoy right now. He's so safe. Nobody else is there. And the circle actually favors him this time around. He will have structures to protect himself as he moves down into it.
I can hear he breathe out his relief out there because it's really hard to stay alone in this game and to fight in a very small island as well. But looking at Team NoRecoil, they're still going at it with a Axis. Axis has always been in a difficult situation this time around as well.
Yes, they are very close with their opponents there. They're just face to face with each other. But looks like no one's taking the shot at this point. Everyone's just playing it safe. It is still 14 teams though, so there's still plenty of places to climb. They need to wait it out. Hopefully, fingers crossed. Lots of fingers crossing here, ladies and gentlemen. And Sinbi looks like he's going out. He's out in the open right now. Looks like the shot goes out on the 7-up, but then again, nothing connects there, ladies and gentlemen. And we do see Sinbi here trading off the vehicle with Anga.
Looks like they're going to disengage here. Are they leaving their team member behind? Looks like Summonus is actually just chilling there just in case. I don't think he's... Is he knocked down? Nope, he's going to be going down anyways.
Oh, but Sinbi now a little bit in trouble there. 50% life left. Sinbi now with about 30% life left. Sinbi will be dead. Sinbi will be knocked down. Ladies and gentlemen, Summonus still holding it on. Apply those bandage. Dude, you got to do it faster, man.
Oh my goodness, they're gonna
so
play the
sad.
healing game at this point. What are they thinking? But it will still be a super hard game for Team NoRecoil. Bigetron, on the other hand, trying to get FV. There's also Tara. They are picking fights as much as they can. Look at that. Now picking on net too. Bigetron is really gonna get hit by Karma if everybody just go for them.
Yeah, they have to decide on which position they want to be, and holding the left side is actually a really smart idea because, you know, you can see squad 10, 16 as well as an engagement happening between 16 and 8. So as long as they pick a couple of kills, 9 isn't really going to push into him considering where the landscape is. Like, look at that. Look at where Bigetron is. There's no way they can sneak up on Bigetron without getting obliterated.
Yes, and this is such an open area right now, and we do see, oh, Insomnus looks like the play zone finally played over him, and unfortunately he was not able to tank that out. And we do see here, looks like Axis is right in the middle. No, not really. They are just looking out. They are just now trying to defend their quarters here, but in a very open area. This is very risky here.
Honestly, whoever is controlling the mound towards the northern side, you know, where Bigetron Kevin is right now, is going to have a significant advantage because, you know, you will have that high, you will have the extra height, and you will be able to oversee pretty much everybody else because you'll be able to move down to get cover. Oh no, Kiddo might be in some trouble here as Lynx takes a couple of shots.
All the rest of TAR try to hold it, and they are doing well for the past few games, making sure that they're actually on the top 10 here, while the rest of Bigetron still going for Nad, and Nad, wow, that's a great nade. It was 2 teams versus 1 just now. Bapak, there's a lot of pressure on Nad team in the wrangle this time.
Yes, and Bapak, from earlier, I didn't notice that they were always in the circle, still using the same strategy that they always use, try to control that middle circle. But now, this time, the difference is that they have been invaded, a lot of these teams, and oh, Ikuda right now, just right in the smoke, just trying to shoot out, but it's just right in front of him. It's just right in front of him. And no listen, but Ikuda is also in trouble at this moment. Only 10% left. He needs to reload. Oman coming from the other side, taking out one by one. Oman still surviving this.
Axis actually make it out. They're within the top 10 teams already, and they might be able to push into top 5. One member of Bigetron actually is going down. This is becoming a very difficult circle because Bigetron have given up on their position. They're moving forward towards that hill, and this hill is going to be compromised if Flash Vision take that right side down.
Oh, Arfat is down next. This is not doing great for Kevin, who got return back damage. Look at that. Punish straight away from the rest of the team who's actually on top of a hill. Kiddo trying to migrate into the other way around, trying to rush in, but Sleep on the other hand trying to secure this fortress. They really need to hold it. Look at that airdrop!
That's an evil drop.
My goodness me!
Seriously? That drop? You serious?
It's
Who's
a
gonna go
troll
for
drop.
that?
It's
That's a troll
literally
drop.
a troll drop.
I
but
bet it has a suppressor in it.
But that drop is really important for those actually fighting in the open field, because that can be that shelter that they need, that cover that really needs for that one particular box.
I think it's a bad bait because people can nade it so easily, especially since there's no other cover to kind of run to if the position is compromised with a Molotov or even a nade.
Yep.
But now, Team Secret, again, last man standing, Mantoy has done it. He's made it into the top 8 already, and he has to just hold this out, and hopefully nobody spots him.
Yep, he's definitely not doing any engagement, but
Oh,
looks like
but
Mantoy still managed to take down. Oh, not. Ikuda still holding it on, only 10% left. Mantoy need to move in right now. Mantoy putting down Ikuda while he's moving. This is brilliant gameplay indeed.
Yeah, Matt Tai is known for a madman. Even though he's solo player, he can get a full like firing power man on his side. And look at that with his Scar Arrow. Even though he is solo, he is being very silently killing everybody, sneaking everybody from behind. Look at that, trying to pick it up from. Oh, you got returned there. That's not quite smart. They got themselves at 7th place.
What a mad lad. He was very close to pulling that off as well. But the chaos hasn't stopped just yet. 5 teams now actually still in the running. Playzone is taking people out, but again, Bapak takes another one. They are controlling the area. They have to eliminate the Squad 15 behind them and push on forward. The smokes are out and they're running out of utilities. This needs to end soon.
And
Oh,
Bapak,
yep.
they are still the one standing here, still with a full squad. Yes, they did take that middle position, but now it's been compromised. We do see left, right, BTI is on the one side, and we do see Tricks here just leading those
they're gonna
shots
rush
out, but
in.
again from the top. Looks like Tricks managed to take one down, but Ikuda's still there. Ikuda's still by there. Bigo's gonna explode. Ikuda will still go down under the hands of Tricks.
OX is being wiped out, and now with top 4 teams, they got themselves at 5th place. Bapak is really holding a good ground here, and Bigetron quite out in the open. This is hard for them to move.
Yeah, it really is. And because of Flash Vision, they ended up having to trade and use a lot of resources. But now Kevin, he understands like, all right, Bapak controls this hill. And whoever controls this hill essentially controls the flow of the game.
That's true, but Tara, again, they got the higher ground, and this time, even though Bapak trying to get themselves onto that position, but there's so many smokes being popped out, it's so hard for them to relocate their position for Bapak, at the same time get the information of the team of Tara.
Yeah, we are down to top 3 teams, ladies and gentlemen. So Bapak, what they do have numbers, ladies and gentlemen. So looks like shots being fired left and right. Kevin is the only one sole survivor for his team. Can he try to move up the ranks in terms of standing? He will be the one to decide it for his team. Bapak, they do see that 6. Kevin tries to take that shot, but Kevin will not last for long. Jenny will take down Kevin in the process. And at the same time, 6 as well. 6 is taken down. And Tricks right here. Tricks is now very, very low. They do see him. They see him. And are they going to go for it? Looks like nuts.
Oh, Tricks, and they really have to rotate the other way around. He needs to reset everything. And just now, he almost got it. The sprays from Bigetron Kevin, it missed it. And now they're going to go and rushing in for Bapak. Tara, Muffin at the same time. They are kind of in a reverse spot now. Muffin got knocked first. Bapak 6 is still on the ground. Lyrian going to join next. There's only a lane left. And this, one more clip will get Bapak to actually win this game. Ling is still Bapak get their chicken dinner for the day.
Oh, that was so close for Bapak to... Oh, it really, really was. That's so unfortunate. Tara finally take it after all those unlucky runs. They finally make it back all the way to get that chicken dinner. But you have to admit, Bapak, they almost had that, but that one tap, just the tap of the dome, was enough to chunk him out.
We were so close to seeing a double chicken winner for the first time. Bapak, almost so close.
But
So
the
close.
thing is, if they didn't switch the position for Bapak and Tara and keep holding the kill slopes just now for Bapak, I think they might just get that chicken dinner. You know